it was challenging to discover that I was given the ability to help change the world or bring the world together or whatever you might call that. But discovering that I had that ability was really, one, surprising and then uncomfortable. And it's been that way for a really long time. I turned on the news today and I was just a few minutes ago and I'm looking at things and I thought, okay, I'm going to talk about it. Um, as many years ago, I could see everything that was happening, and there's nothing that happens in our world that nothing's accidental. It's in your life or in our world. We just kind of come to figure that out over time, and I've been doing that, and I did that, and to come to that realization and to own it was uncomfortable for a lot of reasons, and I'll tell you, because it's all out there and everyone's seen it. Many years ago, people were talking to me and they said, marketers, and they said, you should be selling this work for $5,000. And I said, no, I'm not going to do that. And then I kept hiding. It comes out in all of my videos. You'll hear it in the Wilhelm channeling sessions. Then I thought, okay, well, maybe if I charge a lot more, then more people would come, less people would come. I couldn't figure it out. Then I got to the place where I couldn't do any of it because I didn't care. That was really it. Okay, let me tell you, I've always been this person that I just love to help. That's just always been. I could never figure it out. And everyone was so upset with me that I wasn't charging more and I kept screwing up things and I couldn't own it because it didn't make sense to me. How did I do this? How did me sitting down and channeling Wilhelm since 1989 give me this work and change my life and cause me to heal, and at 74 this is who I am? How did that happen? And then what happened in the last several weeks is that I kept going back, and everything that I was given that I doubted, it was being proven. And the way that happened is I kept finding Wilhelm channeling sessions from a year ago, 3 years ago, and I'm listening to them and I go, oh yeah, all that came through. And the surprising thing is I didn't remember it. And I'm just going to be completely honest, and you'll see it. There was one video where I'm finished doing Wilhelm, and then someone in the group mentioned something that happened in the session, and I go, God, how did you know that? Where did that come from? And they said, well, Wilhelm just said it a few minutes ago. I had no memory of that. And that happens when I go back and hear the other ones. I'm saying this because this is what's happened. We have different dimensions of consciousness that we exist in, all humans. That's just who we are. And we decide how we're going to use it in our lives. And some of us have abilities to see different dimensions or feel them or live it, whatever. I'm going to figure it out and I'm going to explain it. Because there's so many people know this story, but I'm just going to say, because I've got to be completely transparent, because I want my clients to do the same thing, because I know that we can accomplish so much if we start becoming honest with the abilities that kind of develop, especially under pressure. When we're moving through something that's happening in the world, which Wilhelm says our restructuring, you'll discover some really great things about yourself. And so what was happening, and you'll see all of this because I've been publishing it. You can go to my and look in the description of my YouTube videos. I've been putting them up there, a lot of them, and I will go and take a date. I think I did the 9th, December 9th, and yeah, and just for several years. There's an organization, and so when I was receiving information, it was telling a story in some way that I couldn't figure it out, and I still haven't figured it out, because I'm using my AI to analyze them, because they come away telling you something about yourself that you wanted to know. That's what happens. And then when I was told that I was given a birthday and a message on everyone's birthday that I would meet, if I would meet them, that would be in alignment and I would have a message for their birthday. I said that couldn't be possible. And then it happened. And I doubted it. I kept saying that couldn't possibly happen. And then for years, and a lot of people might know this because I'm just being completely honest, people would ask me to do things, to join a group, to channel, and says, you're a pure channel. I go, no, I'm not. I don't know why you're saying that. And then I go back and I start finding things and I go, oh yeah, because I didn't know where this information came from, and I couldn't explain how I had healed all of these things and many things that were supposed to be incurable. And I can pinpoint a lot of things that I've learned through my life and, from everyone else too. But there's certain information that I couldn't explain. And so I'm listening to a session yesterday, I believe it was, and it was from a couple years ago, and Wilhelm's talking about the Hermetic principles. He said, we gave you things that were pure. That's why you heal. When you go back to the original information, and that's what Roger has. I'm listening to that, and I go, I had no memory. Then, I doubted all of this. I'm saying this because you will doubt things about yourself, and I'm going to say this for all of humankind. We place limits on ourselves, and so we have to move beyond them, and that's why I've got to talk about it now. So, when I was first told this from Wilhelm in 2020, that this all had happened and I had all of this information, I kept doubting it. And then I went and I had an Akashic Records reading done. I'd never done that before. I had 2 of them done then. I just didn't do stuff like that. And they kind of freaked me out as well, because they said, yeah, that's exactly what it is. I said, okay. And what's occurring now, as I'm putting together these collection of messages that happen on certain dates, and it's all energetically aligned. That's the other thing that I discovered, that I would receive information when there was an astrological change or a big one. I would have information, and you can look at it now. And then, now you can go, if you go to the site, and for the rest of December of 2023, in December of 2023, they gave us messages that would help us move through the rest of this month. And I thought, that, really? And then I started reading them, and they made sense. And I could see it. And I could see the progression. Because you can understand how you would learn something and then accept it, then live it, then integrate it. And that's exactly what I was given. But I just wanted to say this because I'm going to change a whole bunch of things tomorrow. Because I'm going to put all this together, and I'm going to finally do it. The reason I'm saying that, I'm going to be completely honest. When I first did this, put this work out, that's what I'm saying, testing the philosophy. The philosophy, this has been my entire life. I'm 74, so it's been my entire life. And you'll see a video tomorrow about the genius minds, because I'm really releasing that. Because, I've taken that connection, our intelligence we take from everyone who's come before. It just comes together in unique ways for each of us, or mine. I haven't found anybody who's done this. Different parts of it, the healing, the mind body stuff and all that, all kinds of aspects. And so that's why Carl Jung was so helpful for me. Never read him, but I channeled all of that. There's a video, there are articles, they're all on there. Written all of that for the last several years. But where we are now, and I need you to understand, especially today, there's an energetic shift that is happening. You're going to feel a little more pushed to become yourself, but it's a good thing. It looks a little, there are things happening in the world that you don't understand, but it's all about energy. And so this is what's happened. All of this work that Wilhelm was given me was to understand how we change the planets, the energies that affect us, and our emotions, our moods, and then also our ideologies, meaning where we came from. Because now we have to look at, wait a minute, we have these ancestors that we're still moving through their beliefs and ideas and their emotions, and that's what we're doing. And if we can do it well, then we have a really wonderful life and world. That's the work that I was given. That's what I had to accept. This is why I held back, and I'm saying this for my members too, because they know they've only done 31 days of this work. That was so much, but now when I can see what it's doing for people, I'm gonna finish it all. And plus, I'm I'm retiring the old Roger, which you would be good to do as well, because that's what we're supposed to do if we're going to evolve. So this will help you. Listen to a couple of the videos that are in the description of this, and then there are some other little booklets and things I put together that you'll see, because Wilhelm will change your mind, and all you got to do is go through the information. You'll see. Take care.